All right, we've got a better line from Emma Bashford, immigration specialist, joining us there on the line. Emma, can you hear me this time?
I can, sorry,
Oh,
I was
wonderful.
being smart and joined on my computer rather than on my phone.
We always love you, Emma. It's been a while. I feel like we've just missed your energy on the show, so it's great having you back. Let's talk a little bit about places like Dubai that feel like they are tax free. Are they tax free?
So, Dubai's tax free. Dubai is tax free.
Sure.
Whatever you earn in Dubai will be tax free. But you have to take into consideration what job are you going for?
Okay. And
Because
yeah.
some of the jobs, they're going to take your passport from you and
Okay.
you're going to be caught.
Let's talk a little bit about that. When you consider to moving to Dubai, like, and you say, okay, I'm considering what kind of jobs there are for me. What are the ones that give good opportunity, and what are the ones that you wouldn't suggest going there for?
So the ones which I'd say you'd go for is if you're an innovator and you're opening up a business, you have the money behind you, so you can start business. You're not relying on anybody. Dubai loves innovators. The more businesses, the better. You have to consider as well that sometimes when you see these job opportunities, for as a private working in a private household or within the building trade, are you going to have your own room? Are you going to share it with 12 complete strangers?
Sure.
Yeah, whereas the big businesses, if you're in like accountancy, things like this, if you go for a job with like KPMG in Dubai, the oil companies, you're going to be treated like royalty. Innovators like Lolo, Paloma, the South African Zimbabwean influencer, she moved from the
Mm,
UK to Dubai with her sister. You can see their lifestyle. The lifestyle's amazing, but
Mm.
they have money behind them and they have solid businesses.
You know, Emma, I'm glad that you mentioned social media because it's what actually is part of the reason that people are saying, wow, I want to live there as well. Because what we're seeing is a beautiful luxury lifestyle and people who are leaving, I guess, less satisfactory environments. And all of a sudden, they have all this money, they can send money home and they're living a beautiful life. But there's more sides to the story there. And as you said, it's the reasons that you're going there in particular. What should we know as Africans, and what kind of research should we do before making the decision to go live in Dubai or anywhere else in the world for that matter?
The financial, in all honesty, what you're seeing on social media, all them beautiful pictures, things like this, they've been edited. We've just come back from Morocco, for instance. The photos are stunning, but what you didn't see is my friend was kicked off of a camel. You don't see
did
her
she
falling
survive
over.
the
You
fall?
see, yes, she's in the other office.
Sure.
Like, but you'll see photos and you go, I want that lifestyle. But there's also like the cost of living, the lifestyle creep. You want everybody back home to see how fantastic your lifestyle is. That you've got the car, that you've got this, that you've got that. But if you look at your rent in South Africa or your car payments, they're going to be adequate to what you earn. When you go to places like to buy, even to buy, not buy, rent a one bedroom flat, you're looking at something in the the local currency. It's for a one bedroom flat, 5,500 to 7,500 dirham.
Wow.
It's more than quadruple what it would
Sure.
be in rand. So they have to get in their food. You're not going to find fresh food because they have to get all their fresh food in. Transportation costs. you're going to have to end up buying a car. You're probably going to buy a really nice car as well. But it's a lifestyle creep. Like going back to the social media, you see Lolo over in the UK, she had a car. Whereas in Dubai, she doesn't. She'll rent a car for a day or so, and it'll be something like a Maybach, things like this. But she understands, because she's financially savvy, that she's not going to have that car on a permanent basis because she's just blowing out money. You have more social. If you wanted to move and you've got family, are you married? Because you're not going to be able to live with your partner, which to me would be a godsend, but to other people, they might actually want to live with their partner.
I don't know what your partner has done to you, Emma, when you say it'll be a godsend moving to Dubai, not having to stay with your partner. But we'll carry on.
Watching. I work full time.
All right, Emma, I have to go for a break right now. We'll continue chatting with you about some of the issues to consider. But also in a country like Dubai, when you are living in South Africa, maybe if you are South African, it doesn't mean that you don't get taxed back home, right? I wonder if you should also consider the laws in your own home if you are living abroad, and how those could not have actually the same synergy with another country. So we'll continue that after the break. It's 20 minutes past 10 o'clock Central African time. Stay with us on The Move.
The Midnight Snack, 12 to 3 a.m.
Our fitness coach, her name is Yvonne Dimakato Pasha. How to remain consistent with gyms, Dima, and I'm going to put you on the spot right now. As we are talking, I will send you my picture and I want you to tell me what you think I should work on. Because, you know, when I look at myself, Dima, I think I'm very handsome. I'm so good looking. Like, oh my goodness. Like here at Channel Africa where I work, I think I'm one of the most good looking people ever. Like sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, I never get used to how good I look. I'm just amazing.
You're okay with the way you're looking. You wish people could and now you want to put me on the spot.
Do I need gym?
Yeah. I mean, if you can just consider eating healthy, cutting down a few foodstuffs such as junk.
The Midnight Snack, every Monday, 12 to 3 a.m. with Chanduko Ligege. Palesa and Benjamin fuel your day with fresh African perspective on Channel Africa.
All right, we're chatting to our friend Emma Bashford, immigration specialist. There's a lot of things that we see that say, hey, if you want to live a good life, you have to go to Dubai. Some for, you know, the opportunities, the work, the luxury lifestyle that they see on social media, perhaps connections and that famous zero income tax. But Emma is saying, hang on, there's a lot of information you need to know before you make that decision. And she continues this conversation with us. You can participate in this conversation. Our On The Move poll is up on our X handle at Channel Africa 1. What would be your reason for relocating to Dubai? Would it be the business opportunities, the luxury lifestyle, the networking, or the zero income tax? Let's hear what you have to say. Emma, let's continue this one. There are different laws depending where in Africa that you are coming from, and they keep getting revised for Dubai in particular. So, for example, the new revised law for Nigerians trying to go to Dubai, a ban on tourist visas, application for individuals aged 18 to 45 unless they're traveling with someone. Transit visa applications are on hold for those who are over the age of 45 if they're Nigerians, and so on and so forth, and many others. So how important is it to make that particular research for the country in Africa that you are from when you go to Dubai, because these laws keep changing and keep getting revised as well?
So make sure that you speak to someone who understands the immigration policies currently within that whatever country you're going to. Don't rely on social media, Facebook. That's the devil's playground, because everyone can give an opinion, but no one can ever give you an answer. It's always someone's auntie's uncle, aunt, best friend and
Yeah.
they done it, 20 years ago. And look at them now. You don't know where they are. But
True.
it's also, like you have to take into effect that Dubai, they have influxes of certain citizenships coming in. There may have been issues. I know there was the famous Nigerian guy who was always all over Snapchat, flashing his money and everything else. And Dubai got into an argument with the US because he made his money. They're claiming from, I think, pyramid schemes and scamming on FX. And they took a good couple of years to arrest him. In the meantime, he was traveling in and out of Dubai quite frequently. But it's normally an argument above us, and you have to draw your opinions when you see like a newspaper article and then go, that's why he's wearing all Gucci.
Yeah.
But you've also got to take into effect tax scams. So there's the Income Tax Act. We know that SARS is the only functioning government body which can act straight away in South Africa. So are you sending money back home? Does that person back home have to declare it? Because every time I send money to my friends, they have to tell SARS.
Let's talk a little bit also about something many of us don't consider, that a place like Dubai is officially very much a Muslim and Islam country, but it does also allow kind of diverse freedoms of worship and is very tolerant. But the fact that it is Islam, you have to also make that consideration going there, because you would have to respect that religion.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's if you're unmarried, so apparently you can now live together. If you're in your local community, because like if you know that there's a bunch of South Africans or a bunch of Zimbabweans, a bunch of Brits, you're going to go live in like that little colonized section. But if you upset someone, they could tell the authorities that you're living with your boyfriend and you're bringing over, when you go back home, bottles and bottles and bottles of whiskey. And that's illegal. Most of they'll turn a blind eye to it until you tick someone off, and then they'll come down on you. I've had clients who have moved to Dubai, and one was Jordanian, but she was a Christian Jordanian, and her partner was in the UK. To show that they were together, when he was visiting Dubai for 3-4 months, the only thing we could show was Uber Eats receipts and delivery receipts, because they weren't allowed to stay in the same property. It's literally against the law. In most of these Muslim countries, they have it written in law, and it's crazy. You can buy alcohol, but it's the same as you're not allowed to buy alcohol on a Sunday. You can, but you have to pay someone a bribe.
Well, Emma...
So how big is the bribe going to be?
Before we wrap this up, let's come back to the taxation issue, because that is one of the things that people, get lured into going to live there. Like, oh my goodness, I'm going to make so much money because I won't be taxed. But if you're even learning about the taxation of Dubai in particular, if you're moving there, you have to put in account the taxation laws of your own country as well, and how that will affect you. Let's speak a little bit about that. It doesn't matter which country you are from here on the African continent. How important is research of the taxation in your home country? Because you will still be be associated. Your money will still be associated to your home country in some way or the other.
Yeah, so you've lived in Dubai for 10 years. You've made billions of rands. It's sitting in your account because you've lived frugally. You haven't got a Maybach or a Porsche. things like this, and you're like, "Do you know what? I can now buy a house and go live back home." If you try and move that money from Dubai to South Africa and you now become a resident in South Africa, SARS is going to come down on you. SARS want your money, whether you like it or not. You need to fill in paperwork. You need to speak to someone who's an overseas an account specialist who can legally move your money, whether it goes sit in Mauritius. I know Kenyan citizens who have literally sold £2 million houses in Kenya and moved to the UK. They've left the money in Dubai, not in Dubai, in Mauritius, and then moved to the UK. One of my friends made the error of moving the money from Mauritius over to the UK, and her bank reported her. Your bank will literally report you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to look, are you going to stay in South Africa on a permanent basis? Is it going to be temporary, coming backwards and forwards? Are you going to spend 6 months here, 6 months there? So you have to look at the tax residency. So for South Africa, apparently the tax accountancy, you have to be physically present in South Africa for 91 days for the year of assessment. So if you're having annual leave going back to South Africa, or you're taking unpaid leave and going back home, are you exceeding 91 days and spending like Christmas, the summer, things like this over here? Because you're going to run up a tax bill whether you like it or not, and you haven't even been living or working there in your brain.
All right, Emma, we do have to wrap it up there. I'm sorry to cut you off there. We've run out of time, Emma, but we always appreciate your opinions. I like the fact that it's so straightforward. We know exactly what we're getting ourselves into or not getting ourselves into when we have a conversation with you. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, Emma.
Okay, enjoy.
Thank you.
And we always love you throwing shade there, Emma, in between.
That's immigration specialist Emma Bashford speaking about all the things you need to know if you're thinking of moving to Dubai, from taxation, residency, and the fine print that you make sure that you have to know.